Hey guys, my name is Blake from H&B Travels. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about some of the tips, tricks, and ideas you can incorporate on your next cruise vacation. Whether you're a seasoned cruiser, a first-time cruiser, or just want to know some tips that can save you some money, stay tuned and find out. We've got cups, we've got travel tags, and we've got the lanyards, plus much more that we never even thought about until our last cruise, and I want to share those with you guys. So stay tuned to find out. Hit that subscribe button if you guys will show some love, and yeah, check these out. You're not going to want to miss this. The first tip I want to share with you guys is see how far out in advance your cruise line will allow you to check in either on their app that we talked about in the previous video, or if you have to check in online or however they do their check-in process. This will allow you to upload your passport information, your health questionnaires, whatever your cruise line is specific for. See how far out you can do that. Sometimes, I think Royal Caribbean, they are 45 days. MSC, I believe, is 20 days. This will allow you to print out your luggage tags. They will allow you to see and print your excursions, your specialty dinings, whatever you have purchased prior to getting on that cruise ship. It'll allow you to print it out and carry it with you in your travel documents. We'll talk about a little bit about that here in a little bit, but that is the first tip. See how far out you can check in. The second tip I want to share with you guys is pack a backpack or some type of carry-on that you guys can carry on right to the ship with you. Inside this bag, I always recommend putting your medications, your important travel documents such as your passport, your birth certificates, your money, any type of important documents that you may need in here just in case your check bag gets lost or you don't have it till, sometimes it can be till 8 or 9 o'clock before your bag can get to your stateroom. Another good reason is that Hannah and I, we typically wear either a bathing suit underneath of our clothes when we go on, or I wear my bathing suit bottom. She'll wear a bathing suit under what she's wearing, or even pack one, because when you get onto the ship, that's the best time to go to the pools. Everybody's still checking in or getting comfortable in their stateroom if it's ready. Having that bathing suit, you'll practically have the pool to yourself. So wear a bathing suit or pack a bathing suit when you get on. That'll be the less crowded times that you'll have on the ship. That's one of the main things that we have learned from this, is that if you have a bathing suit or something that you can change into, if you're not wanting to go to the pool right away, at least you have that option. The latest I think we've gotten our bags from our in our stateroom was 7 o'clock. And if you have a 5:30 dining time and you have been sweating all day because it's hot outside and your room's not ready, you don't want to show up to dinner in something nasty, or I guess you could go to the buffet, but no one ever wants to do that. So pack a carry-on, pack all your important items, pack some deodorant, tips like that we always suggest. The next tip I have for you guys is arrive at the port at your designated time. On your cruise documents, it'll say when your embarkation time is, when your check-in time is, and when the ship is leaving. Arrive at that time. We typically arrive 15 minutes earlier prior to that time, but you got to think, if your ship has 6,000 people on it and all 6,000 people show up at 11 o'clock, you're going to be waiting for hours and hours and hours and hours. So going back to our first tip, checking in at the earliest time possible, whether it's at 45 days or 20 days, that'll get you the earliest check-in time. Now, if you arrive an hour or so early, I don't really see an issue with that. You probably won't have any issues. But if your check-in time's at 3 o'clock and you arrive at 11 a.m., you're probably going to be waiting, and you're probably going to be waiting outside. And if it's somewhere that's warm, they're not going to let you through. So arrive early, 15 minutes, 30 minutes to your check-in time, but don't be those people that arrive at 8 a.m. when there's still people on the ship from the previous cruise before you. Just don't do that. All right, so you arrived at your check-in time, you're excited, you've parked the car, or you've shuffled in from a shuttle agency, you've arrived to the cruise terminal. So this is the time that you're going to pass your check bag. At least I hope you would have a check bag, even if it's for a couple of nights. You're going to have one of these tags on there. It's a paper tag, which we're going to talk about. This can easily tear. What we suggest is
getting these little luggage label tags off of the internet. We get all of our stuff from Amazon. And what this does is it waterproofs it. It's tear resistant. You can't tear it. It has these metal clasps on there, if you guys can tell, these metal clasps. So that way, once it's on that bag, you can't tear it off. Not saying that people do it intentionally, but like I said, if it's raining or your bag gets scuffled up or it comes in contact with another one and this tears off, your bag is going to be missing. You're going to have to go find it. You're going to have to sit in guest services. So do yourself a favor, spend $10 or $11 on a couple of these things from Amazon. We've got them linked in our bio. All of the products that we talk about, they're going to be linked to our Amazon storefront. It's not an obligation to buy them, but if you do buy them through our link, obviously we'll get a little share of that, and that always helps us to improve our videos, such as the little microphone. One of the comments on our last videos is that our volume and stuff was kind of inconsistent, and so we invested in a microphone. So yeah, so when you get to the cruise port, invest in these tags here. Tip your porters. If you've got a couple bags, tip them a couple dollars. It's not, you don't have to, but it's something that helps them. You know, they're trying to make a living as well, and it helps to get your bag to your room in proper time. Yeah, let's move on to the next tip. All right, tip number 4 is super easy, but it's often forgotten. As soon as you get on that cruise ship, I'm telling you guys, if this is the only thing you can remember when it's your boarding day, I know you're super excited, you're ready to get on that ship. But if this is the only thing that you can remember, do this. If you have a specialty dining package or you have plans to take your friends or significant other out to dinner one night, as soon as you step foot on that cruise ship, find somebody to make those reservations. As I mentioned in our last tip, if you're cruising with 6,000 other people and let's say even an eighth of that ship wants to eat at the teppanyaki hibachi style restaurant on a Friday night, that's a lot of people, and they're not going to be able to sit all of those people at one time or even throughout the 6, 7, even 7 hours that they're open. Go make your reservations. We ran into that on our last one. We had a sushi restaurant planned. It was a 7-day cruise, and it filled up like that. So go make your reservations as soon as you get on board. As soon as you walk in there, you're going to be bombarded with a bunch of sights and sounds and different things. Go find somebody. Normally there's somebody that's got like a little card or something that they're holding up for specialty dining or the unlimited beverage packages. Go straight to that person. They can probably make all the reservations for you. If not, they can point you in the right direction. But go make your reservations as soon as you get on the ship. Have you ever experienced getting on the ship, being so excited you completely forgot a tip that you wanted to do, but you completely forgot? Drop it down in the comments below. Let us know. I've got a story to tell you. Maybe I'll tell it on this next one. Maybe I'll even make it another video. It's pretty embarrassing. The next one is my favorite. And after you do all those things, Hannah and I like to go up to the buffet, or even if the main dining room is open, which it's normally not during the first day, for lunch, is go get some food. You've earned it. You've waited for that anticipation. You go get you a slice of pizza. Hannah likes to go get 2 or 3 scoops of ice cream, very nutritious, and gorge yourself out. We tend not to eat breakfast that morning, so that way we can kind of eat a full lunch and then go tour the ship. You're going to walk it all off. You're going to walk 3, 4, 5 miles a day on a ship if you choose to. Another pro tip, while I'm thinking about it, speaking of walking, is don't take the elevators on the very first day as you're getting on. Go either to the front of the ship or go to the very back of the ship to go find. If you need an elevator, go find an elevator. We make a goal to ourselves to take the stairs as much as possible, whether it's crowded or not, to burn off that extra slice of pizza at 2 a.m. or to burn off that cocktail or whatever you need. But try to take the stairs as much as possible, and I promise you, it'll add up and start burning some of those calories off from all those late night snacks that we so much enjoy. Now, we kind of got burned on this next tip, and I will forever remember how it happened. If you plan on eating in the main dining room at all during your trip, some people just like to stick to the buffet. Some people only eat in the main dining room. We're kind of a mix of both. Sometimes we'll do breakfast in the buffet. Sometimes we'll do breakfast, sea-day brunch in the main dining room. But if you plan on going to the dining room at all, when you get on the ship, after you get your reservations, everything squared away, go to the main dining room, go see where the main dining room is. Sometimes there could be 3, 4, 5 main dining rooms set up depending on what class you're in. Go find where that dining room is. Make sure that the maitre d' or whoever the person up there at the front desk knows how many seats you need. Like the next cruise that we're going on in a couple weeks, my brother and my sister-in-law are joining us. So when we originally booked, it was only for 2 people, and now that they're joining us, I may send Hannah to the main dining room and making sure that we have spots for 4. And make sure you confirm your reservation time or your sitting time, because as in the last video, well, if you haven't watched it, go check it out. But sometimes your main dining room can be from 5:30 to 9:30, depending on what sitting you are. If you miss that sitting, or even if you're a little bit late, you're not eating. You're going to have to either wait till the next sitting if the maitre d' can get you in there, or you're going to have to go to the buffet. So confirm those times, confirm the number of seats, maybe even go see where you're sitting. And if it's a spot where you have mobility issues, or you need to be near the restroom, or in my case near the bar, see if you can maybe get moved, or if you want to sit closer to the water or sit closer to the front door, just go check it out, and they're happy to help you out. And if that's one of the very first things that you do, then your chances of getting that seat or seats together are much, much higher. This next tip is Hannah's definite favorite tip, is go tour the spa on the first day. Sometimes, if not most of the times, on the very first day, you can check your cruise app or the letter that they leave in your stateroom, but sometimes they will have a raffle, and what you do is you'll go take a tour of the spa, you'll go see the thermal spa, the different types of massages and stuff that they offer. Most of the time it's self-guided. Sometimes you can ask for explanations of things, but go tour. Go put your name in the hat for, I think they offer a $300 something gift card every time that we cruise. We've never won, but hey, maybe this is our time. Maybe me talking about it on our next cruise it's going to happen. But that's good enough for 2 60-minute massages for a couple. And sometimes you can score some cool samples or some nice lotion, or everybody's super friendly. They've never been pressured. We've never been pressured to sign up for anything. Hannah likes to go see what kind of gym equipment is in the gym. I like to go find the nearest and easiest bar. Go tour those things. If you have kids, go check out the kids club. Go ahead and sign them up for activities during the day or nighttime if mom and dad or whoever wants to go for a nice night out. The earlier get in there and introduce the kids, or you get to see who's working behind the desk, will definitely help you out in the long run. The next one is my favorite. And after you do all those things, Hannah and I like to go up to the buffet, or even if the main dining room is open, which it's normally not during the first day, for lunch, is go get some food. You've earned it. You've waited for that anticipation. You go get you a slice of pizza. Hannah likes to go get 2 or 3 scoops of ice cream, very nutritious, and gorge yourself out. We tend not to eat breakfast that morning, so that way we can kind of eat a full lunch and then go tour the ship. You're going to walk it all off. You're going to walk 3, 4, 5 miles a day on a ship if you choose to. Another pro tip, while I'm thinking about it, speaking of walking, is don't take the elevators on the very first day as you're getting on. Go either to the front of the ship or go to the very back of the ship to go find, if you need an elevator, go find an elevator. We make a goal to ourselves to take the stairs as much as possible, whether it's crowded or not, to burn off that extra slice of pizza at 2 a.m. or to burn off that cocktail or whatever you need. But try to take the stairs as much as possible, and I promise you, it'll add up and start burning some of those calories off from all those late night snacks that we so much enjoy. So the last and final tip is probably the most important, that we always try to do every single cruise that we've been on. We've done this, I don't remember where I've seen this. I think it was maybe a Facebook group that we had joined, but it's about taking care of your room steward or anybody special on the ship. We always leave a tip at the very end. That's something that we always do, whether tips are included or not. We always take care of them. What we do is we give them a little, well, not a little, but a care package. We go to the dollar store, $1.25 store now, and we get them a bunch of goodies. And well, let me show you some of the things that we get for them. Some of the things that they need on the ship are not necessarily super accessible. And most of these times that these people that work so hard for us never get a day off. They're constantly working, always trying to provide for their family. So little things such as bars of soap or ibuprofen, these are all things that you can get from the dollar store. We get some like adult coloring books that are blank. That stuff that they can on their downtime, but very little downtime they have. Crayons, toothpaste, a couple packs of razors. Universal stuff. We don't know if we're going to get a female or a male, so we don't really do anything as far as hygiene products, but we'll get them like some Dayquil and NyQuil in case they don't start to feel well. A couple packs of toothpaste and toothbrushes, and some snacks. Trail mix. I always include some candy. Hannah gives them gummies, Mike and Ike's, some Smarties. We're going to add a couple more things to this, but this is just a small little thing that you can pack in your carry-on in your backpack. This little collapsible thing also came from the dollar store. It folds flat. So it's just a big, something a little bit different that you can give to them and really show your appreciation. We always give it to them on their first day. And a matter of fact, on our last cruise, when we gave it to our room stewardess, I can't remember his name, otherwise I would give him a shout out, but he just picked one thing out and was super thankful, and he didn't realize that this whole thing was for him. And the cruise before that, we had a female room steward, and she started crying. So it really means a whole lot to them. They're used to getting cash and everything, which is awesome, but some of the more practical stuff that they actually need, I know they have like a commissary, and sometimes they can get off the ship, but this is not a large purchase. I think I spent maybe $15 on this whole thing. I mean, it's you spend that on a drink on on the island side at an excursion that you're going to. So we always suggest doing this. What are some unique ideas that you guys have done in the past, or that you've seen that you would maybe want to try on your next vacation of gratitude? A matter of fact, on our last cruise on the Embassy Divina, Raul, if you're watching this, my friend, we miss you, or hope you're doing well. He was our favorite bartender. Every time he saw us, he always smiled. He always made us a drink. We didn't even have to ask. When we got off in Mexico, we went to the Mega there and got him a couple bags of his favorite chips, some candies. I think we got him some toothpaste and toothbrushes and stuff like that he actually needed instead of a couple dollars, because they don't get off often. I think he told us maybe once or twice a month. So if they do need those personal hygiene products, sometimes maybe it's difficult, especially in today's age in the pandemic. If they get a tickle in their throat, they may not want to go down to the doctor's office or nurse's station and ask for something because they may be scared of getting restricted or, whatever it may be. But highly recommend doing this. This is a really cool thing to do, and it gets you acclimated, and they get to know you a little bit better and make them feel a little bit more comfortable. So that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I do appreciate you watching. If you do have any other tips, leave them down in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more of us, hit that subscribe button down there and ring that bell so that way you get notified of every time we post a new video. We are going on the MSC Meraviglia in the next couple of weeks. We're going to have lots of videos. If you're thinking about cruising, check out our channel. We also have other travel stuff, so check it out. And I appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you next time.